Just by way of introduction, my name is Luke Vandermillen Jr. I'm a senior new business development associate here at RPAG. I've been with the firm for a little bit over 5 years now. And what I wanted to talk about today was all of the great things that we offer to retirement plan advisors like yourselves. RPAG, we've grown a lot in the last few years. We now have members in all 50 different states. We have almost 1,000 different member offices that utilize our resources. And so thought it'd be a great time to kind of sit down and give you all an update and also kind of an overview of what we do here at RPAG. Now, as I go through this, if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to utilize the Q&A feature here within Zoom. We'll try to answer all of the questions towards the end of today's session. But just as a quick overview of kind of what we're going to be doing today, we'll give a quick platform overview of RPAG, a little bit about us and what we do. We'll talk about the support and service that goes along with all of the great resources that we provide, talk a little bit about our technology. I'll give a nice little live demo so you all can see some of the RPAG resources in action. Just sit back, relax, and take a look at some of the great resources we've built here at RPAG. So to take a quick step back, RPAG stands for Retirement Plan Advisory Group. We are a firm based out of Southern California in the Orange County area. And we've been in the retirement plan industry now for almost 20 years. We were actually started by a retirement plan advisor who had spent a lot of his own time and capital in building out this great set of technology, back office tools and resources and processes for his own retirement practice. And he was actually approached by a fellow advisor in the industry who said, "Hey, could I pay you some money to license some of this stuff out?" And that was kind of the genesis of what we do here at RPAG. So looking back almost 20 years ago now, we've grown, like I said, to one of the largest aggregators within the retirement plan industry at this point. We provide a huge variety of different resources. And really, if I had to explain what we do here at RPAG, I think the simplest way to put it is we help advisors win new business and keep their current clients happy. So all of the different resources, the tools and technology that I'll make mention of today is really created with the idea to help advisors like yourselves run their practices more efficiently, to help you continue to win new clients for your retirement practice, as well as keep your current clients satisfied. A couple days ago, we had some folks from Fidelity in our RPAG office, and they were going over their annual plan sponsor survey, where they surveyed over 1,300 decision makers, plan sponsor decision makers, and some really interesting statistics that we learned through that survey. The most interesting that I took away was that 47% of the respondents of that survey, again, 47% of 1,300 decision makers for plan sponsors, said that they are currently in the process of looking for a new retirement plan advisor. 47%. Now, I'm not a math whiz, but by my estimation, that's about 600 some odd plans that are right now looking for an advisor. And that's a relatively small sample size when you look at the number of plans that are out there in the industry. So there is a ton of opportunity right now in the defined contribution space for retirement plans, for plans that are looking for a more comprehensive service model from their advisor. They're looking for something more than what their current advisor offers. And the nice thing is that RPAG can be your back office engine So you can be that advisor that offers a more comprehensive suite of services. So real quick on the screen here, I wanted to include a quick visual. It's just kind of a rundown of all of the different resources that we provide our member advisors. So everything from CRM resources to investment, fee benchmarking reporting, fiduciary oversight and best practices, 5,500 search engine, stable value target date fund analyzer. I could sit here all day and talk about all of our different resources that we have. But at the end of the day, I think the most important thing to know is that we have something that you can use to impress a prospect, to keep a current client happy, to keep a current client from leaving for another advisor. We are believers in creating the most comprehensive retirement plan servicing platform available. And not only is it the most comprehensive, everything is integrated into one advisor portal, which I'll give a live demo of later today. So all of these different systems and resources, you're not going to have a bunch of different logins. You're not going to be going to a bunch of different URLs to do your fee benchmarking over here or your investment reporting over here. Everything is baked into one website that you can pull information on your clients from, to running reports as well. So the most comprehensive platform available within the retirement industry is what we've built here at RPAG. Now, with these kinds of webinars, I feel like I get into the mindset of just kind of going on and on about our tools and technology and all the different cool things we do on that front. But I wanted to take a little bit of a different approach today and talk about what I believe is the largest differentiator that we have here at RPAG. And that's going to be our services, our support, and our custom solutions. So, as we all know, there's a lot of different technology platforms that are designed to help advisors run their retirement practice, right? And so at the end of the day, we can sit here and talk about how RPAG's investment review is better than this other platform's investment review and vice versa. But again, I'm a big believer in what differentiates our platform from other platforms. And I want to start with the service and support that we offer. So behind the tools and technology that we offer here at RPAG, we have an extensive team of retirement plan experts that are here to help you not only utilize those tools and technology, but also help you to continue to grow and manage your retirement plan practice. That extensive team of retirement plan experts includes former ERISA practicing attorneys, CFA charter holders, former portfolio managers, RFP specialists, practice management specialists, an advisor support team that can help you with all the tools and technology, are all available at your fingertips to make sure that not only, like I said, are you getting the most out of the resources through RPAG, but you're also continuing to stay on the forefront of best practices and thought leadership within the retirement industry. So again, things like our ERISA team, our ERISA team is available for our members to email into and ask different ERISA compliance related questions. They'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. Our CFAs and investment team are available for fund commentaries and give thought leadership on the latest in terms of investment selection. They also monitor RPAG's cutting edge scorecard system that we use to evaluate funds. All of these different resources, again, are baked into what we do here at RPAG and are behind the scenes for our tools and technology, so that not only are you utilizing the most cutting edge technology within your practice, you're also staying on the forefront of thought leadership as well. I wanted to include this slide about onboarding and technology to talk a little bit about what it looks like to get started with us here at RPAG. We'll spend the next few minutes after this talking about all of our different resources, and it can seem a little bit overwhelming at times. I've heard more than one advisor who's gotten started with us talk about how they're nervous about drinking from the fire hose of RPAG. They're a little bit intimidated by the number of different resources that we have to offer. But one of the things that I can guarantee you is that our customer service team, our advisor service associates, have created a well thought out and repeatable process for onboarding that can make sure not only that you get set up in the right way, that everyone from your firm has access to RPAG, but also providing you with proactive and reactive support to make sure that everything is working properly and that you're also getting your questions answered in a timely manner. Through that, advisor service team is also how you'll get connected with our team of retirement plan experts. So whether it's the ERISA team, the sales team, the investment team, whoever you need to get in touch with through RPAG, our advisor support team will make sure that you have access to them in a timely manner. So talking a little bit about our service, our support, and some of those things that we do, I think that's a nice segue into some of the tools and technology that we provide here at RPAG. So while I won't touch on every single thing that we do here at RPAG, I wanted to give you all a couple highlights of some of the most utilized resources that we have within our toolkit here. So the first thing I wanted to touch on is business intelligence, specifically our Advisor IQ dashboard. Our Advisor IQ dashboard is designed to give you a 10,000-foot look at your whole book of business when it comes to retirement plans. So things as minuscule as how many plans are you utilizing a certain fund in? Who's your biggest client by asset size? How many plans do you have with a certain provider? All the way down to making sure that different tasks get done in a timely manner. We have a task management system that's built within RPAG that allows you to make sure that everything from scheduling meetings to delivering reports to initiating fund changes with a record keeper are all done in a timely manner. As well as a client servicing portal that tracks when you need to have certain tasks done, when you're going to be meeting with certain clients, all available from the same dashboard that rolls up into an entire book of business. So you're not going plan by plan and having to see what tasks you have to do, but you get that whole look on one screen for your book of business. One of the more heavily utilized resources within the RPAG advisor portal is our service plan, which is baked into every single client page within RPAG. This service plan allows you to create a repeatable service template for your book of business that allows you to track what services on an annual basis are you providing to your book of business. So whether it's when are you going to be doing an investment review, when are you going to be doing a live bid provider analysis, things like that, you can track that all on a client by client basis and make sure that all of your clients are getting their deliverables on time and efficiently. So the service plan allows you to track all of your clients' different services that you're providing them on an annual basis. Getting into some of our reporting as well, you might have heard of RPAG's proprietary scorecard system, which is our 10-point scoring system that RPAG uses to evaluate all different types of retirement plan investment vehicles. That scorecard system is used to power several different deliverables that you can create for your client. I'll show you some of them a little bit later here, but things, as comprehensive as an annual investment review to present to a retirement plan committee, all the way down to one-page fund fact sheets that you can use to give summaries of different funds, are all available with just a couple clicks of a button through the RPAG advisor portal. Getting into client management as well, we have a cutting-edge cloud-based storage system that you can give your plan sponsor clients access to called the fiduciary briefcase. Essentially what the fiduciary briefcase is, it allows you to upload reports and other important documents into the RPAG system and give your plan sponsors access to them. So your plan sponsor, whether they're on a mobile device or a desktop, can log into the fiduciary briefcase and have 24/7 access to all different types of important retirement plan documents, whether that's meeting minutes, disclosures, reports, committee charters, you name it, you can upload it into the briefcase and make sure that your client has constant access to those important materials. It's also a great fiduciary file in case your client ever needs to access those materials for an audit type situation. It's nice to be able to pull all that information off of one cloud-based system instead of having to send everything in an email. So the fiduciary briefcase, again, completely integrated into our advisor portal. One of the more common questions I get asked by prospective RPAG members is, okay, you have the ability to store a lot of data within RPAG, but how does that data get in there? And the answer to that is our Plan Asset Link program, or PAL. And essentially what PAL is a monthly data feed that RPAG receives directly from record keepers that updates plan level investment lineups as well as a few other plan level details automatically on a monthly basis within the RPAG advisor portal. So we work with all of the major record keepers in our industry, plus tons and tons of other record keepers. If you're curious, if we have a record keeper on the Plan Asset Link platform, please feel free to reach out to me. I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but I will be including my direct contact information at the end of today's presentation. And so if you have any questions such as, hey, does this specific record keeper send RPAG a monthly data feed? Please feel free to reach out to me directly and I can confirm that for you. So again, instead of having the advisor yourself or someone from your team log in and on a monthly basis have to key in all of the asset values by hand, RPAG updates that for you automatically on a monthly basis. So no matter whenever you're pulling an investment review report from RPAG, you know that it's going to be up-to-date assets as of the latest month end. Moving on to some of our other deliverables that are available through RPAG. We are big believers here in RPAG of the 3 Fs and even going outside of that. If you don't know what the 3 Fs are, it's funds, fees, and fiduciaries. And zeroing in on the fees category here, RPAG has the most comprehensive fee benchmarking suite in the industry. Everything from our quick and easy to use plan fees tool that allows you to, with just a couple data points in under 2 minutes, put together a benchmarking report that compares the current plan that you're looking at to thousands of other plans of a similar size, all the way up to our comprehensive live bid provider analysis system, where you can get real-time live bid quotes from any record keeper or TPA that you wish to initiate with or get proposals from in the industry. That provider analysis can include everything from fund mapping to over 400 plus service highlight data points that are updated a few times a year by our record keeping and TPA partners. So again, a comprehensive fee benchmarking suite that's at your fingertips and ready for you to use. And then a couple other things I'll touch on here as well. I'll give you a live demo of this because quite frankly, I think it's one of the coolest features we have in RPAG is our automated meeting minutes feature, which turns, creating an executive summary of an investment review meeting from, an hour plus long project into an under 2 minute project and can create a beautiful comprehensive document right at your fingertips through our system, as well as things like meeting agendas. We also have a large amount of documentation templates available through the RPAG Resource Center, whether that's things like investment policy statement templates, investment committee charters, fiduciary compliance checklists, things like that are all available with just a click of a button to download through the RPAG Resource Center. I mentioned a few minutes ago the ERISA team at RPAG. And while that ERISA team is available for one-off ERISA compliance questions, one of the deliverables that they've created is something that we've coined the fiduciary fitness program. which is a set of plan sponsor education modules that you as the advisor can deliver to the plan sponsor to go over really every aspect of limiting fiduciary liability. Everything from, fiduciary roles and responsibilities, all the way down to selecting service providers, selecting an investment lineup, pre-made presentation content already available for you, whether that's in a PowerPoint format that you'd like to deliver. We also have on-demand training videos available for you to send to your clients. And those plan sponsor education modules have corresponding documentation modules or action steps that can correspond with each of those different modules on the education side. So again, a step-by-step process that you can bring a fiduciary on a retirement plan through to make sure that all your I's are dotted and all your T's are crossed on the fiduciary side. So pivoting a little bit from the PowerPoint here to the live demo portion of today's webinar. I wanted to pull this up here, give you a live look at the RPAG platform, the RPAG advisor portal, where all of the different tools and technology that I just went over are available with just a couple clicks of a button. So you can see here in the RPAG advisor portal here, this is the screen that an advisor would see as soon as they log in to the advisor portal. So we get a quick look at the dashboard that I was making mention of earlier, where we can see, what upcoming tasks we have to do, what our revenue looks like, what our prospecting pipeline looks like, even a calendar down below here where we can take a look at, what upcoming meetings we have and things like that. The first thing I want to pop into here is a client page that I've built out here. You can see I've built out my sample client here. And picture this as one of your retirement plan clients in your book of business. Every single one of your plans that you manage will have a dedicated page like the one that we're looking at right here. This is where you're going to see some CRM type resources that we provide through RPAG. So a lot of our advisors that utilize RPAG actually utilize our advisor portal here as their dedicated retirement plan CRM. So you can see here, we have the ability to do things like track contact information, take notes on the client, upload documents and report into the fiduciary briefcase. Even something as granular as creating meeting minutes or meeting agendas. I want to take a quick pit stop here and show you the automated meeting minutes feature here. The reason why I want to show you this is A, because it's very, very cool technology, and B, I think it does a great job of showing how the RPAG advisor portal can take something that previously took you 30 minutes, an hour plus, and turn it into a quick and easy task that you can accomplish with 4 or 5 clicks of your mouse. So what I'm going to do here is show you what it looks like to create an executive summary after we've presented an investment review to a retirement plan committee. So the idea here is that we've created an investment review report through the RPAG advisor portal, which I just selected here. I'm going to give this meeting a name. So we're going to say, Q1 investment meeting. And you can see down below, based on the contacts that I have stored within RPAG, I can select who the attendees of the meeting were. And as I continue to scroll down our page here, you're going to start seeing the automated function within these meeting minutes. So for instance, under this investment due diligence section, if I click on investment analysis summary, you can see this automatically populates with investment information that's directly from the report that I ran and presented to this client. So you can see here, we have the current assets in the plan, the current asset allocation, how we categorized each fund, whether we said, certain funds were acceptable, watch list, or up for replacement. We can also pull in things like a market summary that is created on a quarterly basis by the RPAG investment team here. You also have the ability to upload your own custom market commentary if that's something that you'd like to do. We can pull in a fund by fund review to show not only how many assets are in each fund, but how they've been scoring over the last year. And even things like, pulling in a quick legislative update that's pulled in by the RPAG ERISA team. Or if we want to pull in plan demographics to show, how many employees and what the contributions are for this particular plan, or a summary of the fees that are paid by this plan. We can pull all of that information here with a click of a button. And I'm going to go ahead and download this report to show you exactly what you just created here. Now, I wasn't timing myself there, but I think that probably took us maybe a minute and a half or so. And this is the document that we just created here, this nice professional looking executive summary of our meeting that includes all of this detailed information that we created through our executive summary here. So market summary, the review of our funds, the legislative update, plan demographics, the fees, all of that pulled in here with just a couple clicks of a button. I didn't type any of this out beforehand. This all was automatically created by our system. And this is also a good time to note that pretty much everything, almost every deliverable within the RPAG system can be completely private labeled. So you'll notice in some of our sample reporting, some kind of navy blue and orange branding. You can, if you decide to utilize the RPAG platform, actually change that to your firm's colors, include your firm's logos, and make it look like that it was created in-house by your firm as opposed through RPAG. So again, a small thing as creating executive summary might seem insignificant at first glance, but when you have the ability, to take an hour-long process for each of your plans and turn that into just a couple minutes, that can be a real game changer for your practice. If you have 20 plus retirement plans, means you're taking at least 20 hours a year to create executive summaries. And now you've taken that process and saying maybe you're spending 20 minutes on the year creating those executive summaries. And then as I click through this plan page again, you're going to see more and more data points that you can store within our system, whether it's the plan contract number, whether it's, who the provider is on the plan, if there's a TPA, who's the relationship manager, really any granular piece of information that you need to store within RPAG can be stored within our system here. And segueing into kind of plan level data here, like I said earlier, all of our reporting suite is housed on this advisor portal. So whether you need to create an investment report, fee benchmarking reports, etc., you can do all of that here within the same exact advisor portal here, as well as store all of this different plan level information that you see up in those kind of teal squares up above there. So to kind of round things off here, I want to give a couple quick looks at some of our more popular reports here. Starting off with our investment review. Our investment review is our signature investment due diligence deliverable. You can kind of think of this as, your annual, semi-annual, or quarterly investment review that you would be presenting to, a committee or a plan sponsor to show them the performance of their plan's investment lineup. Now, the nice thing about this and our other deliverables is that not only is the branding customizable, like I said earlier, but also the contents are customizable. So with our investment review, you can create a 50+ page report, you can create a 10-page report, you can really create a deliverable of any size that's going to match what your plan sponsor is going to want to see. So just kind of scrolling through this a little bit here, you can include things like a fiduciary legal briefing that's created by the RPAG ERISA team. If you want to go over, things like new legislation or things like that, instead of creating a presentation from scratch, you can just with a click of a button utilize the pre-made module from the RPAG ERISA team that you see here. I mentioned earlier that the RPAG investment team puts together a quarterly market review that you're able to use as well. You also have the ability to upload your own market review if you'd like. And then, as I made mention to earlier, RPAG has a proprietary 10-point scoring system that we utilize to evaluate retirement plan investment vehicles on a quarterly basis. So with that plan asset link program, where we're getting a monthly data feed on all your plan level investment lineups, we're also on a quarterly basis looking at all of the funds in those lineups and assigning them a new score based on that, the performance of those funds. So you can see here, I can send out, if anyone's curious, kind of the different metrics that we utilize to evaluate these different funds, these 10 points. If I scroll down here, you can see some of our different investment due diligence deliverables, everything from, a quick scorecard to show the funds that are in the lineup, what metrics they pass and fail within the RPAG scoring methodology, all the way down to, performance reporting that shows, the annualized returns of these funds, and so much more. I'm happy to send out any of these sample reports to anyone on the call here who is interested in taking a look at these. So that's a quick look at our investment reporting. We also have, as I mentioned earlier, our plan fees prism report that we use for benchmarking retirement plan fees. So what this report allows you to do is to just a couple data points to type in, the plan size and total number of participants in the plan, and what fees they're paying on an investment record keeping and advisory standpoint. And it allows you to compare that plan to a database of over 40,000 retirement plans that you can segment based on either plan assets or number of participants to show where the current plan fees stand in comparison to all of those plans that you're comparing it to. So the low, average, and high that you see on your screen right now are actually the 25th, 50th, and 75th percentile of the data set that you selected to compare this report to. So quick and easy fee benchmarking report that you can run in under 5 minutes to show a plan sponsor, whether they're a current client or a prospect, how many fees or how many where their fees stand in terms of their plan size or participant count. I also mentioned earlier, we have a more comprehensive live bid analysis tool called the provider analysis, where you can actually get real-time quotes directly from different service providers and compare them to the current pricing. For this sample here, you can see I'm comparing the current plan pricing to ADP, Empower, Principal, and Voya, but you can select any service provider that you work with and include them in this analysis. And like I made mention of earlier, this analysis can include as many or as little data points as you need, 400 plus service data points, investment monitoring data points as well. Really anything that you need to include in your provider search and document that can be included through this provider analysis here. These quotes are actually directly sent out and received through the RPAG advisor portal. So instead of you going and emailing or calling these providers one by one and then having them directly send you the proposals, you could actually request these proposals through the RPAG system, and then these providers actually upload their proposals into the RPAG advisor portal, and all you need to do is click a button and download this report that shows this apples to apples comparison of the different proposals that you've received. So instead of you creating everything from scratch in Microsoft Excel or PowerPoint or however you're currently doing it, you can really manage the process and have these providers upload the quotes for you. So that was a look at just a couple of our different reports. Like I said, we have dozens of different deliverables that you can create through our system. And I'm happy to send examples to anyone that reaches out to me after the fact here. But the very last piece I wanted to touch on, again, as I said earlier, I'm a big believer in showing differentiation, is, over the last decade plus that we've been in the retirement plan industry, RPAG has become one of the largest aggregators within our industry here. And over the last few years, we've actually leveraged that size and scale to create collective investment trusts, or CITs for short, with some of the top fund managers in the industry. So what these CITs allow our advisors to do is not only get exclusive discounts on funds. For instance, Putnam Large Cap Value, our CIT that's exclusive to RPAG advisors, is available for almost 50% off the mutual fund version. The other piece of these CITs that's very, very important and very powerful is the fact that there's no investment minimums for these CITs. So you can essentially get mega plan pricing for small plans, utilizing the RPAG CITs. So again, everything from the technology, the service and support, all the way down to our custom solutions with our CITs and CIT target date funds are all game changers and differentiators that our advisors can utilize through membership with RPAG. So to wrap everything up that we've talked about, and I appreciate everyone that's been on the call here, being so attentive and sitting through this with us. If I had to leave you with some action items here, the first thing I would recommend that you do is kind of reflect on what tools you're currently using to manage your practice. Take a look at what you have in your arsenal and figure out where you can add efficiency. Where are you wasting time? Where are you losing minutes and hours in your servicing process? And on top of that, think about what differentiates you from other advisors in your area or within the industry, right? Like I mentioned earlier, that plan sponsor survey from Fidelity identified that almost 50% of those 1,300 plan sponsor respondents are looking for a new advisor right now. So are those any of your clients? And if they're not, how are you differentiating yourself for those prospects that are going to come knocking on your door? The answer is that you can use the RPAG tools and technology to differentiate yourself and make sure that you're providing a comprehensive service model. So, like I said, I'll be sending some follow-up out to the attendees of today's call. But if you'd like to reach out to me directly, all of my contact information there is at the bottom of your screen, both my email, luke.vandermillen@rpag.com, as well as my direct phone line there that you see below. Please feel free to reach out to me directly if you'd like to have, a one-on-one follow-up call, if you'd like to see any of those sample reports that we mentioned throughout the call, or if you just have any questions that you'd like to get into the weeds with. I'm more than happy to set aside some time to sit down with you and discuss your practice and talk about how we can help you become more efficient and continue to grow this year.